All right, welcome. Welcome to Watching with Styles. So, let's get it, y'all. I ain't got too much to say monologue wise. Someone tells me how it sounds. Finally got the new laptop going, so tell me if it sounds good, if it's not a background noise or not. It sounds different than it has in the past. Let me know. Because like I say, I'm trying to try this thing out. It seems like tonight it's gonna act right for me. So at least I got that underway. Swapping OBS from one laptop to another is not bad anymore. Technology is great sometimes. So I don't know, man. This game is it's troublesome a little bit to me. And then at the end of the day, I'm a positive person because I appreciate that, Jeff. Because as I was told, there's nothing positive that comes out of negativity. So the bad part about it is that as I'm watching the second half, I literally forgot that we were up 21-20 going into the fourth quarter. And then things just fell apart. And good teams don't let that happen. So then I go read back all over the tweets, and it's like, oh, we got blown out. Oh, it's the way we lost. I'm like, y'all, seriously. We were up 21-20. Gave up some bullshit, couple questionable calls, some drops. Then all of a sudden, the score gets out of hand. Interception as we trying to make a push. Then we get an interception, and then we get offsides. Like those kind of things, it's almost like that game wasn't meant for us to win. I mean, I played in the high school. I was in a high school game on Friday, and we were down 2 scores, had the ball, scored. No, it was down 3 scores. Got the ball in the second half, scored, got an onside kick, had a big play down to inside the 10, got called back on a bogus hole. So that would have made it 1 score in the blink of an eye. Well, then we had a turnover. They got the ball all the way down to the 5, and instead of it being 35-28, it was 42-21. Sometimes shit just isn't meant for you to win. I really believe that. I don't know what, things happen for a reason. I wholeheartedly believe that. I don't know why it happened that way, but for some reason it did. And we will find out as, like in this year for us, as the season goes on. I'm a proponent of let the season play out. I'll never forget what was last year. What was that been? 2023 signing class. Everybody's up in arms. Oh my God, are we gonna get anybody? We suck at the recruiting. Then all of a sudden we close with a flurry. Let it play out. Let the season play out. Let games play out. Let the season play out. So for me, the thing to me that is different, I said this on Alan Cutler's show this afternoon. The difference for me is that I played in the early to mid 90s where we we didn't have the talent level to match your Floridas, your Tennessees. We didn't have the talent. So we had to play a perfect game to even be in the contest. Now we have the talent, but now we got to play the game between the ears. And that's what we got to get better at. We got to get better at having better IQ, making better decisions, not making bonehead decisions like compounding a already bad punt and giving them free 15 extra yards because your feelings hurt. We just can't do that. It's kind of interesting that like now we have legitimately become the hunted. I don't think we want to acknowledge that, but now teams are coming after us now. And we have to play better. We are circled on some teams' calendar. Like Mizzou, I'm sure, circled us. Should I got a couple? I don't know. I think this is the first time ever, maybe? No, probably not ever. I got some Mizzou guys in my comments this week. So they had us circled. And we have to play better. It's simple as that. As a collective unit. And consistently play better. So let's get into this. I'm going to try to shoot for the second half to not be that bad. I always say that, and I never hold true to that. All right, y'all. This is my problem with the first play. My problem is it's twofold. This is the first play of the game. Are we shooting for a home run? I don't think that's really the way to go because these guys, this side of the field is fresh too. They're fresh. They just come out of the locker room. You're not going to get them. Barry Brown is the most explosive guy on the team. And I know number 9 is hurt. But for me at half, if you're going to run this to number 9. He's bigger body, been through the rigors. I trust him with the ball in his hand. Or why not just give it to number 1? See, it doesn't matter if he gets 20 or 5 or 2. Let's get these guys lubed up and let these guys know that we still coming at your ass. We had 13 carries for 96 yards. That's over 7 yards per carry. Let's show these guys that we're going to run it down your throat. Even if they stop. Because then, if they stop, then maybe next play, we can run play action fake. Now, obviously, people say, well, of course, after the play, sure. But when the play was ran, I didn't think it was a smart play. Not to come out the half after you down 17-14. Now, maybe if you up 2 scores, maybe you're trying to drive a nail in the coffin. Okay, but not now. Now we get a fumble. Now, as my coaches, when I played, told us, it doesn't matter what the offense does. I don't care if they get the ball on the 1 yard line. I don't care if they get the ball on the inch-yard line. Our job is to hold them to a field goal. And lo and behold, we're going to hold them to a field goal. This is good shit when you come out on the field after halftime, knowing your offense has the ball first, and one play in, you run it on the field. That ain't something you are prepared for. But when you're in college, you only play one side of the ball. You do your fucking job, and your job is to stop them. That is great work. Dion, the whole group. I'm not going to point. That was great work. First down. Let's show them. Okay, we ain't gonna pack it in. Now, as I showed this in the breakdown, maybe I'm gonna go a little bit in depth. I really want people to understand, and it's hard, especially if you haven't played football. If you played in high school on a multiple coverage defense, you understand it. If you play high school and y'all only play 1 or 2 coverage, you might not get it. But on this level, I'm going to show you later in the game. If you play man-to-man, here's the thing about man-to-man, y'all. Here's this one thing. All right. If you play man, most teams have 5 receivers. So this is what happens. And just pay attention to games. This guy will run a route. he may run that route, then he might run another route. Then he goes to the sideline. He taps his helmet. Then they bring in another guy. Then he runs routes. You know who can't tap their helmets or don't usually tap their helmets? Is this guy. So now you go on like a 7-play drive and he playing strictly press man. He better be in that kind of shape. That's one thing. Another reason is if you got a mobile quarterback and all these guys are running with people and he breaks the line of scrimmage, they don't see him. That's big gains. That's big plays. Or he doesn't play great coverage. For what he slips, whatever happens, this guy goes, it's a big play. All right. Now, the thing about zone, though, is in theory, there are 3 deep zones and there are 6 underneath zones. Flat, curl, hook. It's not a good hook. Hook. Then the same on the other side. You got hook, curl, and flat. All right. So I know I've done it, but I'm going to do it more because there are new people here. So just think about it. We have 11 people on a team. If we rush 4, that's 7 left. So let's say I go back to those 3. So we have 4. We get a guy in deep, in deep, in deep. So that means we only have 4 guys left with 6 underneath zones, right? So in cover 3, you leave the flats open. Reason why, to the field, that's a long ass throw. To the boundary, the hook and the curl and the flat are relatively close. So you honestly only have 1 zone open because these are relatively close. You got this one open, which is a long throw. Okay? Like I've said in the past, you should be able to break 1/3 of the length of the pass. Not from the line of scrimmage, from where the quarterback throws the ball. Okay? So now this is what happens here. So normally what happens is this guy has curl to flat. This guy has that hook, which is typically right around the hash mark. Maybe a little in. So then this guy would have the hook and the safety would have curl to flat. On this one, we change responsibilities. We let the safety handle the hook. Then the outside linebacker head curl the flat. So now, the issue with cover 3 is if they run 4 verts. Let's say this guy goes out, and this guy goes out, and this guy goes out. The problem is, in old school cover 3 or high school cover 3, the corner is on the outside of one, both ones. Now the safety has to cover 2 guys. And if they bend it away, that's like almost 30 yards of real estate. That's very hard on this safety getting in the middle. So, just for education's sake, if they run 4 verts, what happens is instead of corner plays outside, the corner gets in between 2 and 1. If you haven't watched, this is number 1 and this is number 2, and the same thing on the other side. 1, this is number 2. Okay? So they're going to get in between those 2, and the safety going to get in between that. So now, for this corner over here, since that's the shortest throw, he's going to lean more towards him and force him to make the longer throw here, and then he'll speed turn, or just like Max Harrison did in the first quarter, he will come over here and make the pick. So that showed in this game how that can be played. So on this one, so typically you want these receivers to have to release inside to let this guy width be shorter. Okay? So that's in theory. That's on paper. Here's the deal. And this is the hardest thing to know is to really study football and know football. This guy is a motion H-back. He's not going to threaten the safety. This is the guy who can threaten the safety the most. And what should happen is this safety should run over here more, because on top of that, this corner can cover 1 and 2 easier by himself. This is the stretch guy potentially. But he's on the hash. So there's no real need for this linebacker, because what happens is you want to push him closer to this guy. You don't have to push him closer because he's already close. Okay? So your responsibility is to get to this curl flat to make this window more difficult. That's the essence of zone. The essence of zone is good distribution underneath. We're only going to play 4.5. I'll call it 4.5 of the 6 zones because we don't have enough people. Now, if you rush 3, you have an extra guy. All right. If you rush 3, then you can get to all 6. Okay. So right now, what happens is we got a guy dropping to the hook and his eyes on quarterback. He's in great position right now. Now we got an outside linebacker trying too hard to force that guy into a safety who's rotating over the top. See the safety right here? He's rotating over the top. So he's trying too hard to reroute. So now, if you look at this, we got 3 guys about 5 yards apart. That's not good. So that means some zones are not being covered. Second of all, this guy's shoulders is pointed right down the barrel. Now, who should be right there? He should be right there. Okay? So now, for further explanation, this corner can't sit on that. Because what they can do is just run a smash route and throw this one. And you don't want that. That's a big play. You want them to throw underneath and then you come and make a tackle. And that's a long throw. So Phillips can't go until about right now because he sits. Ball is thrown. Look at the angle where that ball is thrown at. The curl, as I said earlier, if he's dropping on the hash to the hook, the curl is about mid-distance between the hash and the top of the numbers, about right under that Kroger. Let's create a landmark. Let's just say it should be tangent to the G on Kroger. All right. So let's just say that's our landmark. So when he throws this, I can tell you. So if it's the tangent of G on the Kroger, tangent of G on the Kroger. So if he's supposed to be there, and let's say he gets to about right there, that's the intersection of the lines. That's about 10 yards. Look at where this ball is going to go through. Right? You see that landmark? Let's say the landmark right now is right on this I know it's a shopping cart, but right on that turtle. Looks like a turtle to me. Right? That ball is thrown right over the damn turtle. Right? If he was here, now that ball's got to go through him and over him and then just drop. So now, people will say, oh, we just giving up 5 yards. No, we're not. We're not playing the coverage right. I'm sorry, Steve. That wasn't trigonometry right now. That wasn't even geometry. That was just angles. I guess, okay. Maybe geometry. They're not even angles. It's just line segments. What are line segments? Line segments not trigonometry, is it? Just line segments. That's Simple. You should not be able to go from almost the opposite hash. So this is how long a throw this is. And I don't think people understand this. This is from the opposite hash, right? That's 5, 10, 15 yards. And it's about he's almost at the bottom of the numbers. He's at the bottom of the numbers. Shit, that's 30 yards. Right? 9. Yeah, that's about 30 yards. Oh, tangent. I got you, Steven. That's 30 yards. Now I'm going to get into that's 15. That's a 30-ish, 30 plus. That's a long-ass throw. If we're in better shape, that throw is hard to make. But we made it easy because we didn't do our job. It's not, I'm going to take that back. It's not that we didn't do our job. We tried to do too much of the job that we were told to do in a situation that didn't require those duties. Sometimes you can't reroute and get into your position at the same time. Sometimes the safety should be able to dictate that too. See, but that takes communication. That takes everybody to have a high IQ, and that's not going to happen. Some people, I'm going to just be honest with you, since I know this is going to go by quick. So my monologue is not, but I'm talking football now. Some players in college and football don't really want to play football. It's really not their thing. Some guys are just good at football. And then they get a scholarship to pay for their education. They're like, yeah, I might as well do that. But a lot of players might like basketball more. Or if they like me, I was a track guy. So some people are playing football just to play. They're not going to get into the nuances of the game. They're not going to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. Some players will. So you don't have everybody on a team on the same level as far as commitment to the game. So some guys will have a higher IQ, and IQ is a learned trait. You're not born with an IQ. Now, can some things come easier to you? Sure. But high IQ comes from reps and digging into the tape and digging into the why of whatever, the why of the scheme, defensively or offensively. When you know the why, you play differently. When you know the why of your position, you play with a little more confidence. When you know the why of other people's position that can affect the way you play is when you become elite. And that's where it needs to become. And it's hard to do that. That's utopia. But once everybody has that IQ is when defenses play fundamentally sound. And you wonder why some defenses don't make mistakes. It's the dedication to the sport. Like, for example, Georgia, Alabama. Those two defenses, on average, those guys are dedicated to the sport. They're not just playing this game just to play. They are trying to become masterclass instructors on this thing, on the scheme. Because that's going to help them get to the next level. That's going to make them look better. That's going to make the team look better. Now we can go play and make millions. Van, are you surprised at the lack of edge rush this season? No, I'm not. Thought JJ would be more of a pass rushing factor at this point in the career. Interior pressure seems improved, but to me, no, I'm not shocked. I don't think we understand how much of a unicorn it takes to be a great pass rusher in this defense. In this 3-4, you have to be able to be multiple. That's why Josh Allen was just a unicorn. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember Josh Allen in the Florida game, in the end zone, getting a PBU, and then putting his hand in the ground and getting sacks. That's the difficult nature in this defense, and it takes a special talent to be able to play it at its highest level. And those are tough to come by. Now you can get a defensive end in a 3-4 and a 4-3. It's a little different defense. All his responsibility is to bend the corner or to stuff to create an edge and stuff the run. He ain't got to ever think about getting the coverage. So it's not shocking because we don't have that kind of athletic ability. Josh Allen's a freak of nature. And the other thing with JJ is JJ's career, I think, is affecting him more than anything else. I think if JJ doesn't get injured his sophomore year, right? I think this senior year, he would be more of a factor. He lost a sophomore year. He came back, had some issues last year, and now this is his quote-unquote final year, and he's pressing. What I mean by that is, instead of letting plays come to you, he's trying to force plays. When you have contained, I truly believe in this too. Football guys are not going to give you what you want until you play the game the right way. And he's had too many situations where he's trying too hard to make a play. He comes inside on his pass rush. The quarterback goes to where he would have been because we got, like you said, good pressure in the middle. So the quarterback can't escape out the back end. I'll just say this. The reason why Josh Allen has so many sacks was because of that front with Q and Calvin Taylor. I can't remember. There was another guy in there. They was pushing the pocket in the middle so the quarterback couldn't step up. When a quarterback can't step up, where else does he have to do? He can't change his launching point. So JJ's got to trust that and stay in his pass rush lane and trust that the quarterback's going to have to come to him and not try to make a play. Let the play come to you. But as a defense, I don't give a damn where the pressure comes from, as long as there's pressure. I would rather, as a corner, it come from the interior because then the quarterback can't step into his throw. Then there's a chance of him almost just not being able to put as much energy into the ball. And that's when good corners get picked, because the ball stays in the air a split second longer. Well, that gives me a chance to break on the ball. So, no, I'm not shocked. As we are fighting, man. Like I said, they just got a turnover, and Dion and the boys are fighting. Now, again, it's just interesting how we play not the same defense all the time, but when we play like this and the play doesn't work, no one says, well, I guess this soft-ass defense does work sometime. That soft shit makes no fucking sense. Like I said in the past, I'm not going to talk about it. So, this defense works when it works, and then it's like when the other team, they on scholarship too, make a play. Oh, it's because of soft defense. So these MFers got the ball on like the 30-yard line. Playing this soft-ass defense. He is 8 yards off. He's about 5 to 6. There's no press man. When your eyes are great, he is 12 yards away from the running back. When your eyes are great, you break. And that's not a great break because the ball's in the air and he breaks. Now, look where he could make contact. This is the advantage. Look where he could have made contact. This would have been a 2-yard loss, right? In soft ass zone. This is a 2-yard loss if he makes the right angle and makes this tackle, right? So he missed a tackle, and then we make a tackle for a 1-yard gain. So the softness of this damn defense, right? 1-yard gain, because you know why? Because everything is covered here, and he has to throw it here, and it's 3rd and 10. But we got everything locked down here. He has to throw it short. And then we come and rally and make a tackle. Now the problem is Jordan Robinson's got to make that tackle. He's got to. He's got to make that tackle, or he's got to make him turn inside. Either he's got to make the tackle here or make him here, because look at the cavalry. Look at the amount of people that are coming. You cannot let him do that, because now it's got this guy has to run 7 more yards. He's got to. This is the hardest thing to learn, is you might not make the tackle on this level. In high school, you probably will. You might not make the tackle on this level. But if you miss the right way. There's no, There's nothing wrong with missing a tackle in college, as long as you shoot your shot and make them go to your teammates. Now, here's another teaching point. So, in this situation, he's above the numbers. You want to turn him in. If he's below the numbers, you want to lose the sideline as your friend and push him out. Because now these guys got to run a hell of a lot further, right? But in the numbers, he's closer to the line to the ball. But this is a great job by Drew Phillips. And like I said on the cut-ups, I know we're going to talk about this, and he had a bad game. I know it. But I don't know how many snaps we had. I can't remember. But let's just say we had 70. Let's say he had 8 bad plays. The only bad thing about 5 of these plays is everybody in the stadium know about it. That doesn't mean he had a bad game, though. It just doesn't. He just made the plays that everybody know about. They talking about it. But no one's talking about that, though. That's a great play. I want you to understand, that is after we fucking fumbled. We got off the field. We're only allowing 3 points. Now, this is what we should have done the first play. That's okay. We 2nd and 9. That's fine. Now we play action fake. And we got them linebacker coming. Guess what? When he does that, he opens up a zone right there. Guess where we're going to throw it? Just guess. Where he vacates. See that? So, because he's so tight to the line of scrimmage, if he's right here, he probably has a chance to deflect that ball. We ran the ball, got them run happy, because they can't stop us without being aggressive. So now, like I highlighted in the cut-ups, 2nd and 9, we make a great throw. This is another situation. How many yards is that? Where's the ball? Ball's on about the 20. So that's 10, 30, 10, 20, 25 plus yard throw. That's wiped out with Devin Leary's stats. For everybody who only look at stats, that's 25 yards gone from the stat sheet, right? Because of a penalty. So now it is 2nd and 19. Eli Cox had a bad series here. He gets beat. He forces Leary to have to step up in the pocket. Now we get a sack. Now it's 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20 after they went up 20-14 after a fumble, and they only got 3 out of it. We should be counting our blessings to be only down 6 points. It's 3rd and 20. We ain't going to make 3rd and 20, right? We're not going to make 3rd and 20. It's impossible. I want to show y'all why this route concept is so good and why the zone, how this guy really fucks up. So all we did was clear out. So we're trying to clear out this corner. We run a running back here, and we bring this guy right over top. So basically, I want people to understand, in football, that's usually high-low action. Always. We're trying to put one guy in stress. All right? So it's 3rd and 20. Why would this guy come and hug Ray Davis? It leaves that void open if you can drop it in over his head. And guess what we do? That guy comes up. See that little false step there? Oh, see there? And here's the other thing I want people to understand. The hard thing about it, if the timing is right, if you can get him and him at the same line. So you're looking, so he thinks you're looking at him. You putting him in stress. See how the timing is perfect? He's looking right down the barrel. He thinks he's looking at him, but he's looking at someone behind him. That's the little nuance. So when you throw it, see, he thought, oh, I've got it. Nope, it's over my head. Right? That's the beauty of it. See how you can tell how close that was? See how close he is? Just imagine if he was right here. That's a pick. Right? It's 3rd and 20. Why you here? 8-yard throw. Let him catch it. But he didn't. And this ball is a dime. This is the 1st down. Now, if Anthony catches that ball right there, I think he's able to get there. He's going to run here and get that. I think he's get that 1st down. This is a huge drop. So when people complain about plays, number of plays, the number of this just minimized the minimum of 3 plays. See what I'm saying? See how he's looking through? He thinks he's looking here. It's not a deep throw, so the front shoulder is not elevated. Watch. So he breaks, and that ball goes right over his head. See that? Dude, that is pretty. You can't fucking go out there and hand them the ball better than that. A 3rd and 20 conversion shoots through the heart of a defense. 3rd and 20? And we dropped it. So now the defense comes out. Now, defense, I want you to understand. This is why, hold on. Charlie said, not sure we have 3 guys consistently dropping balls. To me, that says focus, mindset, coaching issues. The drops are now on the coaches. The drops has nothing to do with coaches. Drops, nothing. I can't coach you not to drop the ball. The focus and mindset, sure. Maybe not get enough reps in practice, sure. Might not be dedicated to your craft, sure. But coaching, that's not coaching. Now, coaching has something to do with how you release off the ball and how you manipulate corners and how you You learn how to find open grass and open zones. That's coaching. But drops, man, that's on the players. You can't blame a coach for a guy coming on Saturday and dropping balls. Now, I don't know, but when you got a guy who turns a guy and his numbers flip, that's a hole. Period, point blank. That's a hole. This looked like very good defense until we hole, and now we just miss a tackle. But the great thing about it, though, everybody's running. He still only get 3. Can't let that happen. See how he leaves his feet right there? See how he has no power, no force to the ground? He has nothing. He's diving. He's on his knees. He bounced off his knees. He has no force to get that. So now we miss a tackle and he gets big yards. But as I say, those guys on scholarship. And we play that beautiful. Rayner had a good day, man. I really hope, and someone had to tell me, I really hope he has another year of eligibility, because I think he can give us something. No think. He can give us something. He played very well this game. Since we're talking about zone, and someone asked me about the motion. So, what they're trying to do, motion is all about trying to put somebody in stress. They're trying to put that defender in stress. It makes readings for quarterbacks easier too. I'm reading this guy. If he expands, I'm going to throw this hitch. If he stays, I'm going to throw the swing route. That's the beauty of football sometimes when you make it simple. All right? So they're trying to put him in stress. All right? The great thing about it is we pass along. This is why running a 3-4 is so great, because you don't know who's coming to win. So we drop JJ in cover so then he can bump. So now you're not putting anybody in stress just because of the coverage. All right? So now he's looking this way. You can tell. Get that off the screen. You can tell right now he's looking that way. He's trying to read him. I guarantee you. I feel safe saying that. So he's reading to see if he expands or if he stays. The problem with he expands, but then this guy expands. So now the quarterback's got to come off of it. See that? See how he looks? He's like, nope, can't do that one. So now I got to come back to the other side. This soft zone is terrible. Now we got everybody's covered. Now he's got to move. Good pressure, pretty good contain. Got to throw the ball away. Now, I would like to know what they saw to run so many quarterback draws. It ain't there. This is good. That's good rally by everybody. I can't remember a number. There's 90 Saunders. That's good job by everybody. And now they get nothing. Now they got a punt. Oh, block field goal. So now, understand this. These MFers got the ball inside the 40 twice. One inside the 30 and only got 3 points out of it. It's still, right now, if we went to halftime, 17-14. Right? Boy, my numbers are getting kind of fishy with my mouth. 17-14. I said 27. So let's try again. 17-14. They get the field goal. Now it's 20-14. And they were inside all 40 fucking twice. I'm feeling good right now. I'm like, if we just score points, just like I said, that 14-0 number is not good because all it takes is one score. We only down 6, one possession. Now we got some momentum, block field goal. Now we get a down penalty. I don't understand how that got through Dylan Ray. We can't go backwards. This is the time. I know he's trying to go this way where we got to slide. We got to slide. Or just throw the ball away. We're trying to make too many plays on this level and doing that. That's danger, danger, danger. Got to do a better job punching, and Dylan's got to do a better job sealing. That's it. And I don't know what Flax was doing, but we picked up, and that's danger. But somehow we got out of it. So the tight ends we talk about, when we get them, we just don't do well with the execution. How do we miss that guy? We got 3 guys out. 2 right now, and then a third. And we missed the guy right there. If we get that block, and we get this block, we got 2 guys to block 1, he might be still running. That's an execution thing, man. Big play, 3rd long. They're playing man. I need to see more of this. Tuck the ball down and run. 1st down, just like their guy had a big play. Now we have a big play. Let me go to Wildcat. I love it. I don't think people understand how important Wildcat is. You get just an extra blocker. You just naturally get an extra block because you're not playing with 10. When a quarterback just hands the ball off, you're just playing with 10. You're playing with all 11 now. Great blocking. We get 10 plus. Now the snowball is starting to roll, get a little bigger. Liam Cohen is starting to get a little rhythm. So when you run the ball, you can do this. And now we got good play action fake, good throw and catch. Now we in business. Rayner listed as a senior, but should have a COVID year if he wants. 2020 was his first year. Right, Steven? So he should have a, yes, for sure. Was he redshirted? If he was redshirted, he's got 2, right? Now, if he wasn't redshirted, he has 2, but he's not going to redshirt now. If he came in 2020, that's so he technically has 1. I guess he's not going to redshirt. So he's got 1. Came in at 2020. That was a free year. 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah. I like him. If we lose Trevor Wallace to the draft, I feel comfortable. I feel better than I felt before I saw him get this start. So I feel good about that. That's a good thing. Hey, there ain't nothing like number 17. It is magical. There's some powers within that 1 and 7. Now, as I said, we can't have to scheme guys open. This is a great concept because of what Missouri does. If you look at the cut up, you understand what I'm at. I'm at 51 minutes. All right, let's get through this. So, let me explain this one to everybody, if I can. The same thing happened earlier. Okay? When the back leaks out, in this coverage, he has to expand with the back. But he is doing too much trying to reroute number 3 He gets his back turned. You see that? See that? He gets his back turned, and then he gets out leveraged. So now he's got to run it down. Now the good thing about it, he ran him down and minimized the gain to just 9. But there's nobody there because of they drove everybody off. Now this is 3rd and 2. This is a fucking great job by Deion Walker. Now this is, listen, momentum is a real thing. This is a difference maker. He slants and cross this tight end's face. Now the running back is one-on-one. He can't shake Big Deion. That's like a solar eclipse. Bam. That is a 2-yard loss. You hear me? It is 3rd and 3. Look at that slant inside. Get across the face of the tight end. Now, number 7 sees number darkness. He ain't got nowhere to go. Make a tackle. Now, it's 3rd and 3. Now, that's a bad spot. Now, that's another bad spot. You know what? So, they got him at a 38, right? Tell me where Deion hit him. Did he not hit him at about the 37? Am I not right? Why that ball was right here? But I digress because it really doesn't matter. So now just think about it. It's 3rd and 2. Should be 3rd and 3. We just scored. Are they going to fake the punt on this side of 50? Possibly. Will they go for it? Possibly. But they give them this. That is bullshit call. He doesn't pull. He doesn't think about pulling this down flag until right there. Okay? So let me, I hope I got the all right. So now, this is what pissed me off about consistency. We have been doing that all game. Both hands on each other. Now, if you call that a PI early in the game, the consistency, all right, now I know what a PI is. That's not a PI, right? Where's the PI at? The trip? That is incidental tripping. That happens all the time. They don't call it. That is a bullshit call. That gave them a free first down on some bullshit. Now, this is just a great call. This is hard for a defense when he sits, and we are distributed into our zones, and then he just leaks out late. That's just tough. That's just tough. Okay? Like I always say, sometimes they're gonna make plays too, y'all. We just can't hold teams to 0 points. Now, this is bad technique. All right? To me, it looks like we're in some type of combo coverage. Looks like we're in cover 4 up here. And I'm not sure what we down here. Maybe man free, maybe single high man free. But Andrew, this is I won't even what I said I wouldn't comment on, John. On the refs. You gotta start thinking, to me, football. All right. Ball's on this hash. He's not that far from the hash. Where can he go? He's probably trying to give him some room for an out route. If he runs a post, you got help there. This is what I mean by when you start thinking the game and knowing the coverage. If I got help, because if we're playing cover 4 here, he has no one to come up on him, so he's going to almost bracket, right? So if he runs a post, I have a guy underneath him, okay? Go route and any outside route is on me. So, and it's what, third, second, and 5. They're gonna try and get cheap yards back, right? Here's what I want y'all to understand. Right now, he is 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not bad. He's 8 yards. Oh, the refs were trashed. But we were worse than them. So he's 8 yards off. So if you're 8 yards off, there's no rush to backpedal. Especially with these guys and their speed. This guy isn't going to blow by you. It's not Barry and Brown. So honestly, I might only take one step back because I think he's playing man because eyes on receiver. I'm not worried about my cushion because in college, I can get a jam anywhere down the field, not just 5 yards this way. I get a jam anywhere. It's second and 5. Be aggressive. Now, the other thing is, when you drive, you can't drop that foot in the bucket. That foot's got to come downhill. Drop the foot in the bucket, and he actually hit step, took 2. Now that's an easy pitch and catch. Now, I will say this is a great tackle. Minimize the game. Live to see another down. Second and 5. We didn't win on first down. Now, here's the thing about if you play man so much. Watch, he does the same thing. See how he doesn't drive? He rounds off his drive. Now he missed the tackle. You know why? Because he's probably tired. Now, guess what happened with this guy here, number 5? I guarantee you he ran off the field and got a sub. Guess who can't get a sub? The guy who just missed the tackle. Let's see, is that number 5 down here or not? Oh, I think that's number 17. See, number 5 is gone. But Andrew Phillips is over there. This is just a great, man, this is great play design. It is hard, man, to have the tight end from the backside after all this action and them running people off, and then for him to come this way, for you to be that disciplined. It's hard. Should you be disciplined? Sure, but it's extremely hard because they also bring this running back on a wheel route. So the guy who should be over here has to take the wheel route. He has no choice. That's the principles of the coverage. You got curl flat and guy runs a real route, you got to go. The biggest issue is D-Jack not going to his zone. He's been too enamored by this guy with the pipe, which you got people there. See, you got a guy here. You probably got somebody in deep middle. Got safety in deep middle. He got too enamored with this tight end and not going to his location. But I'm going to say that's a lot of eye candy. That's sweet, man. That's hard. I'm not going to lie. I know in principle you should be able to cover it, but in all real playing time, that's extremely hard. That's a hard play to cover. Now, Dion does do what Dion does. Now we second and goal. Now it's fourth quarter now. It's still, remember, it's still, at this point now, it's 20-21. Start the fourth quarter. This is great rally. Now, I really want to know who has quarterback on here. Does Keaton Wade really have the running back? And then a linebacker has a quarterback? If so, this is done well. Stone him. Now it's third and goal. Now this is extreme level eye candy. Extreme level. You got their best, most explosive player here. Got lead blocker, fake the pitch, and now he's going to run. They do a good job blocking. If he got fooled with the eye candy. The field judge. See how he got fooled by the eye candy? Just imagine if he just kept running through the quarterback. Now it's fourth and goal. This is what I mean by do your job. You got to trust. This is why it's key to understand the whole level of defense. This guy has contained. You have no contained responsibilities. You could have hunted down that ball because you got to trust your teammate that he's going to do his job. That's a shot right there. See that? He's got a shot to get the quarterback, and he turned around. So now it's 28-21. We still in this game, y'all. Just the start of the fourth quarter. Sometimes they're players that out execute. Now I wonder, and this is not what he's supposed to, so I'm just saying, I wonder if Cummings went a little bit more at him and then came across, if he would have done that. The other thing, I don't really think so. This is when playing quarterback is the toughest. You got to trust and hold this fake a split second longer. See how the timing is off? See when he pulls it, Cummings is not in his sight. See, if Cummings was, now there's two things you can do. Cummings has to, when he shuffles here, he's just got to stop and pause and go across so we can improve the timing. Or Devin's got to pause a little bit off of that fake, pause, stop, and then go. So to put this guy in stress with him being right in front of him looking for a possible cutback on the run. This guy does a great ass job and just messes this whole play up. Devin had nowhere to go on that one. He just has nowhere to go. It happened so quickly, he has nowhere to go. See, the fake and the timing with Isaiah Cummings is just off. If Cummings was here when the fake happened, I think he might try to take on that block. He does a great job, and that's just hard. When a big man is on you, I'm surprised Devin ain't hurt his shoulder. Now this is just it. He steps up in the pocket and all hell breaks loose. So now we punted from the 14-yard line. A shitty ass punt, and then we get a procedure penalty, and these jokers get it on the 40 basically. 35, I mean. Not good. Stuff them on first down. They run the flea flicker. And like I said in the cut-ups, that's not bad eyes. That's bad position. And this is, someone asked, another reason why you motion is to try to make guys adjust. Honestly, all Drew had to do, because he's actually, you don't want to take your eyes off the quarterback. What he's doing is perfect. All he has to do is get outside of this guy. He never got outside of him. So this receiver hits right now. He hits this blind spot. And now he's done. He's cooked. So just imagine if they had the ball on the other 50. So instead of having the ball now on the 19, they would have the ball probably on the 45. The field position battle, they just reduced so many first downs by a shitty ass punt. And now this was Rayner's bad play. I think this is it. Yeah. All right. Rayner cannot run under this block because there's nobody else out there. See how when you play man-to-man, how you have no help? See how these guys are man-to-man? They can't help in the run game. So when one guy makes a mistake, see how Ty Bryant has the tight end? He's got to run himself out of the play, right? Now, one guy makes a mistake and goes under, right? Now we're in trouble. Reason why I say that, you just got to trust it. If he goes here and just trust his teammates, look where D-Jack is coming. If he is here, see what I'm saying? He cannot run under that block. If he is in this B gap like he's supposed to, maybe push that guy in that B gap, we got guys coming. You cannot run under the block, especially man, because there's nobody else. It's just you the last line of defense. Watch. If Rainer flows and get in that gap, these guys are coming. And he gets a few yards, but he doesn't go for a touchdown. Watch. See that? If Rainer was right here, these guys are coming. He will have to cut back. He's going to cut back into teammates. That's the problem. Big plays happen in man-to-man. Here's the thing about playing a lot of blitz and a lot of man is it's feast or famine. You can make havoc plays, but you're going to give up a lot of havoc plays. This is great pitch and catch. Here's the crazy part about it, man. We got a great play there. I don't know. I'm gonna stay on this because this bothers me so much. This is not a great release route. You did nothing. This is the second week. You are not putting this guy in stress. All right? So then you get yourself so far on the sideline that you only give the quarterback 3 yards to drop a ball in. That is extremely difficult on a quarterback. Trust me, I know. Now, luckily, we got the PI. So we got a big play and then a PI, which he didn't want to call. Why are we throwing this ball to Anthony Brown with another bad release? Here's the thing. I'm going to talk about this because this is a good one. He's outside man, right? He's outside. Because watch, when he bails, he's outside. So what you want to do is press that outside more. Get him uncomfortable. Then stem it straight. Then you got to climb on top of him and stack him. So he's there and you're there. Now he's got to run through you to get to the ball. But this release ain't going to cut it. It's just not. And it's starting to piss me off. You put no stress on him. So now here's the other thing. To me, this is a great route concept up top. A bender here and a wheel route. You putting that corner and that linebacker in stress. Watch this. I wish I had an end zone cut. You could fit it here or you can fit it here. And I'm not sure how Caddis is doing on this guy, but if I'm going to throw a ball up, think about it. This is another thought process. You want to throw the ball up to a corner with a receiver or a tight end with a linebacker, an outside linebacker at that. His ball skills are not going to be as good as the corner ball skills. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying. Let me see if I can stop it. That's your ball. Trying to get this dog. Why? See y'all when you have new software. That's the ball. That's the ball. This to me is number 1, and this is number 2. And if you don't, you throw the ball away. You might be able to get the number 3. This to me is my number 4. That's not my first read. Not to a short corner. Also a freshman. You got to always know who you're throwing to. So we go Wildcat. We get 5 yards back. So now it's 3rd and 5. Whew, boy. I don't know why they didn't show this play again. Is that defender breaking this ball up, or that's a drop? Because that's on him. I think they batted, but anyway it goes, got a penalty. 3rd and long. I don't know what happened here. Got a fucking that one hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie. That hurt. Then we get now. I don't know if he knew it was a free play, but they got a free play. He throws it up, and Andrew Phillips, for all this shit that happened, he gets a pick, but now it's fucking called back. Some things are just not meant. Just not meant. I will say this: this defense did not stop playing hard though. They were playing, and now they punt. Now it's 4th down. Now we still got a shot, y'all. But here's the deal. This is what I want to show you. In this play here, remember I said you just can't scheme people open? Where's the opening? Where's the open? Because I'm going to just tell you, Dane Key is not open because he's running to him. He's going to have to lead him to that because there's no hole to sit in. There's nobody open. There's absolutely no one open. Now we got jailbreak. I really don't know what Flax thought here. I really don't. We just let that guy go untouched. What are we doing? Because here's the deal. You got 1, 2. This guy can't come. You got to expect him to come. So you got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Running back has blitzer. 1. Where are we looking at? 1, 2, 3. He doesn't come. He can help. 4, 5. I don't know how much simpler it can be. When this guy twists, now you got to come off. Ray brings the blocker. We do come off, not the greatest. Why the fuck did we just let him go? Don't get it, man. John, I hate Tennessee too, brother. Probably not as much as you do. Now just trying to make a play happen. Throw another pick. I'm going to say this. I guarantee you somebody ran the wrong route. You don't have 2 guys 7 yards away from each other that close. Somebody fucked up there. You just brought an extra defender over there. And then we get a penalty. They get the ball on the 15-yard line. But here's the deal. This is what I like. Defense still played, though, man. They still played. Held them to a field goal. There's not. I know the final score was 30. What was it? 38-21, right? But look at the damn field position these guys had before the 4th quarter. In the situation that the defense put in, they played a solid game. Was it their best game? They played a solid game. You can't ask for them to do much more. So I'm just gonna play through this. This is still can't put the ball in the zone. Don't like it. But what else can you do? I just don't like these. don't like the fade ball when we ain't got that kind of dude. We ain't got a fade guy, man. We don't have Wagner anymore. We just don't. We don't have a guy who can just throw a 50-50 ball up and know he's gonna come down with the majority of the time. We ain't got that dude. So why are we continually trying to throw the fade route to receivers who ain't got an advantage? Their advantage is their speed, not their ability to body somebody up, post up, and make a catch. All right, y'all. That's all I got. That's all I got. Oh, just remember, just want to add this. My son is still doing the book drive. It's in my bio. I'm going to attach it to this broadcast on Twitter. If you want to help him, I appreciate it. He's doing it for a good reason. He's trying to help underfunded elementary schools in the area. So if you want to do that, I would appreciate it. And look, man, I got a week off next week. You got a week off from dealing with me. I got a week off from dealing with y'all. I'm just man, enjoy your week next week. Re-energize yourself, and let's get ready for Tennessee week. All right, y'all have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops it.